to another exciting episode of Harmony's Dreadful Journey. As always, I'm your host, Harmony, and today, am I Nima? Honestly, that might be the best opening to this demo. I've played it before, but my audio had borked, so I had to wait a couple months to play this again. So I would forget details and have to relearn things. Dark, cold, endless, utterly serene. God, I can't speak. The perfect undulating prison for spend eternity. In irritating yet unfamiliar... Try that again. In irritating yet familiar voice scratches at your brain, and you find yourself violently awoken by a mysterious figure. It worked. ... Question mark. You're breathing. The air is cold and stagnant. The walls that surround you provide the room with a distinct lack of natural light. You are underground. Dozens of boxes overflowing with trinkets bring a strange sense of comfort. The comfort dissipates as you realize you're tied to the chair you're sitting in. A bungee cord holds your head up. The stranger stands across the room, hesitating to approach. So if I recall correctly, the way we do this, play this game, is we make connections in our brain. Nima, is that you? So like this. Nima and stranger turn into mom. Nima and mom turn to love, fear, and family. Stranger and fear, predator. Predator and family, nothing. Predator and love, nothing. Love and family, Nima, dad, mom. Predator and mom, nothing. Predator and dad, nothing. Predator and Nima, mind. Mind, dad. Mom and love create work, so on and so forth. Who is Nima? Am I Nima? Just tell her whatever she wants to hear. All words are stored in your library after they're unlocked. When you're done, words can be dragged to your brain down to your mouth to unlock new dialogue options. So... Mom. Mom? What's going on? Wait, yes, it's all coming back to you now. You're Nima Lee, and this is your mother, Annabelle Lee. Mom breathes a sigh of relief and smiles. Oh, thank God. I thought I'd lost you. She excitedly steps forward, but stops herself just short of throwing her arms around you in an embrace. She pauses. Lost? Me? Mom shudders. Let me bring you some food first. You must be starving. Mom exits the basement, excitedly clambering her way up the stairs. I hope she trips and cracks her skull. Thanks, Mom. So we are clearly, by the way, something of a predator. In Nima's mind. Mom also and mind creates neglect, science, work. Work and neglect create guilt. Guilt and work create mom. Mom and science creates scientist. Scientist and dad create marine biologist. The dad was a marine biologist. Nima does not fit into that. Stranger and marine biologist, no. Okay, mom and marine biologist. Predator and marine biologist, nope. Mom and scientist just make scientist. Okay, we'll leave these here for now. A sopping wet bowl of slop is gently presented to you. The odor, reminiscent of wet dog and dirty socks, is masked by overwhelming amounts of soy sauce. Your nose begins to is that like just fish bone there? Your nose begins to shrivel like a worm left out in the sun. Mom unties your hands but leaves your waist and head fastened to the chair. With some effort, you can now eat your gruel. She places a small dull spoon in your now free hand. She's even uglier up close. Okay, Nima, before you eat, we need to have a little talk. There was an accident. Your memories may have been affected, and I want to ensure you're okay before everything goes back to normal. You're going to be living and sleeping in the basement for now. Can you untie me? You're tied up for your own safety. If you fall unconscious, I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. Just follow her rules, and then we'll be free. You're not a prisoner. This is just a controlled environment for you to heal in, okay? You look at the bowl of food and then back at her. You try to nod, but your head just bounces in your binds. Alright, so starting tomorrow, I'm going to be bringing you items. I want you to think of how these items make you feel if they bring back any memories. For now, let's start with something simple as an example. She takes the bowl of gruel and pushes it towards you. What does this kanji make you think of? You can start to eat while we talk if you like. You hesitate, looking down at the bowl and back at her. Although she claims there are no wrong answers, you know that it's not true. She is looking for a specific response. Kanji and Nima discussed. The Nima doesn't like it, but let's see. Alright, let's get rid of some of these. That's kanji. Yes, this is kanji. You want to eat it? What is kanji? Rice, oats, fish, soy sauce, Worcester sauce, and chives, I think. Got it from the herb garden. Also rum. The fish looks a bit old. I don't think that's what kanji is. Well, it's a bit untraditional, but that's what I had on hand. Kanji is a savory rice porridge made by boiling rice in a large amount of water or broth until the grains soften, creating a thick, comforting dish that varies in texture from the Western oatmeal to a gruel. It sounds like this is the easiest thing in the world to make. I'm gonna try and eat it because I think that's what I need. I want to lie to this woman. I am her daughter, clearly, as I just look up in my mind's eye phone. My mind's iPhone. Oh my god, wait. I'm having such a laugh at her expense. How do you fuck up kanji? I've never made it before. I'm pretty sure I can go downstairs right now and make myself some kanji. Gruel, a fantastic source of nutrients. High in protein, fats, and minerals, the perfect feast for any growing boy or girl. Before you know it, you find yourself shoveling mouthful after mouthful of lumpy kanji down your gullet. Delicious. You barely notice the crunchy, calcium-packed fish bones cutting into your gums. I think I did it bad. You can feel your stomach distending in your body, an uncomfortable weight that only succeeds in making you hungrier. Oh, we're in pain. Easy there, champ. Mom grimaces, disgusted by your enthusiasm. She yanks the bowl away from you, almost as fast as you set it down. You really were hungry. I just woke up. You usually hate my cooking. Can I have more? I think you've had enough for now, dear. Oh, I hate your cooking usually? Interesting. You yawn. The bowl of kanji certainly chased away your appetite. Now you'd prefer to find a nice den to crawl inside and sleep. Mom sets the bowl aside and lets out a long sigh. She stares at you intently, preparing for something. How much of the accident do you remember? You shake your head. Some things just can't come to you, but as far as you're concerned, everything that happened before you woke up in this basement feels like a dream. You were swimming. You hit your head. You're lucky I was able to rescue you. Interesting. Okay. You clutch your head as a bolt of pain travels from the top of your cranium down your spine. We were in a river. River, Nima, blood, pain. River, pain, rock. Ow. Likely story. Memory surges to you. You recall looking up at your mother's stony face. In her hand, she clutches a small, sharp knife designed to cut through flesh and organs. Your mother looks worried as she reaches out to console you. You recoil away from her. Maybe we should talk about this later. Tomorrow, the real tests will begin. You pass those and you're free to leave the basement and everything can return to normal. How am I supposed to pass if I can barely remember anything? I suppose it's only fair if you have a chance to ask me some questions in return. There's a shuddering pain racking your brain. You're almost spent for the day. Use your next words carefully. What do you want to know? So we can ask about the swimming. We can ask about the kanji. We can ask where Dad is. Where's Dad? Where's Dad? Your mother looks down at her hands. Dad's not here. What do you remember about him? He was a marine biologist? He smells like fish. Your mom's stony fat face, her stony face cracks into a smile and then laughs. Yeah, he did. Her eyelids are growing heavy. You're running out of energy. Your eyelids are growing heavy. You're running out of energy. Anything else you want to ask about? Do I like fish? My brain is fuzzy, but there's a lot of fish swimming around in my noggin. How old is Nima? I have to say, whatever we are that might be impersonating Nima, I'm not sure how many children use the word noggin. You want to study marine biology, so that makes sense. That does make sense. Your brain is a fishbowl and you're ready to fill it with the fish. You yawn and your mother takes notice. Time to go to bed. One more question. Okay. Disgust. Let's try to pivot back to what she thinks Nima is. Let's throw her off. You cooked that? Yes. Admittedly, it was an afterthought, so I kind of threw it together. I could tell. That's the nice thing about kanji. You can kind of just take everything in the fridge and throw it in a pot together. And it just kind of works. You threw fish bones in there. You have to balance it. So she's just throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. I love this little voice that is so hypercritical of her. You smile at her. Well, suppose there's a reason you handle most of the cooking. Wait, I'm the cook? The pain surging through your brain terminates with a sudden pull of the plug. Your eyes cut to blindness, and then you feel your body fall forward to be caught by the ropes fastening you to the chair. You flicker in and out of consciousness as rogue bolts of electricity wiggle your neurons. Mom hums a familiar song. A pair of tender arms bears the full weight of your malnourished and sickly form. You are lowered onto a lumpy mattress, tucked in routinely and without indulgence. Whoever carried you here was hesitant to do so. Her acts of mothership seem little more than a performance. Despite that, you feel a gentle hand lovingly caress the side of your face. Once again, the world goes dark. Ugh, my head hurts. This is my room. I barely remember it. Bathroom is locked. What if I need to? A child's drawing. It vaguely remembers a koi fish. James Pond. I was his child, and I was her child. In this kingdom by the sea. These ugly things go on my feet? Why did I even buy these? Was it always so lumpy? This book is about evolution. I wonder what we'll evolve into. I'm a pretty strong swimmer. Fish are trapped in a fake world. Zhong Wen 7. Even after all these years of studying, my Mandarin still sucks. Understanding paleobiology. Helen Tamerlane. 101 dinosaur jokes that'll have your friends roaring. How do dinosaurs pay their bills? With Tyrannosaurus checks. Tales from the Uncool Kid, Benson Breyer. This book used to be relatable, now I think he's a loser. Whoops, one more book. You spent a long time working on this one. No one ever even read it. Annabelle Lee. Whoops. We have repression? Alright, I think we have too many things going on right now. I'm just trying to get... Is it July already? It feels like it's been a million years. This human looks strange. I can't remember the password. My porpoise in life. Wonder what my porpoise is. Special jar of wishes. Right now I wish I could get out of here. I wish I could be the powerhouse of a cell. The Nematochondria. Help mom file taxes. Mom used to be always so stressful about those. Milk, rice, coffee, tomatoes. Wonder if mom had time to pick up the groceries while I was gone. Doesn't seem like it. Dumb bass. Hey, that bass is trying its best. A penguin. Wonder if they're ever jealous of birds in the sky. I was not talented at all. Dream, happy. What makes mom happy? Work. Trapped science experiment. Repression. Okay. Experiment body. Sashimi. Envy. Disgust turns into judgment. Life. Work. Mom. Gotten. Cambrian era. What? Hold on. Let me go back into my mind's iPhone. The Cambrian period, spanning from 538.8 million years ago to 485.4 million years ago, was the first geological period of the Paleozoic era. Okay, so it's dinosaurs and stuff. Interesting. Fun fact, the Cambrian era is also potentially the earliest humanity could have lived. Cambrian era. What could we do with that? We have a lot. We have a lot to work with. Remnant. Mom and... Okay, cool. Is mom a paleontologist? Yep, okay. What we are currently learning is that we are potentially... Seems lonely, she needs a friend. Is that potentially we are something that's possessing Nima? I'm gonna try fish. And if that doesn't work, we'll try pond. I love fish, though. It opened. Hell yeah. Do not trust the woman. Kill her. Who wrote over my diary? This my boyfriend, or did I just imagine he was? Pomegranate Prince. This guy is ultra rare. Gotta keep him locked up. Bathroom is locked. I don't think there's anything else we can do here, is there? Okay, so exploring the room and discovering everything. To summarize, pretty much everything, because I was very quiet during all that, but at the same time, there's a lot of connections to make all at once, as you can clearly see. So, I'll also try to bring up the words as necessary. We'll start with Nima. Mom. And Dad. So, Nima. So, currently, we have no idea where Dad is. We have no idea where he is. So we're going to leave Forgotten right over here. Nima, as far as we know, loves swim team, loves swimming, and wants to be a marine biologist. Mom is a paleontologist. However, potentially, she is also doing experiments on the Morella, which Nima might be. There's also some feelings of self-loathing between these two, as Nima had, an accident at the river. However, what we are currently looking at is the possibility of immortality through rebirth. Wait, what? Embryo? I was doing an explanation. I didn't think that would actually... Okay. Let's try Nima and Egg. Trapped. Okay, interesting. So that's all we have right now, and I'm not sure we can actually get any new information. But it seems like we are 100% a parasite in Nima's body. Mom, are you awake? Yes. That looks so evil right there. You hear her undo a series of deadbolts, opening the door, only a crack for it to be caught by the chain lock and held and nearly closed. She studies you. She closes the door. You hear her undo the last chain and open the door again. You didn't clean yourself up. The bathroom door was locked. Her cold demeanor thaws for a moment. Shit. She pounds her head with the palm of her hand. She gestures for you to go sit at the table while she retreats into your room and unlocks the bathroom. Quick, lock her in. You hesitate, weighing the risk of trapping your mother in your prison. She returns, quickly and efficiently. Your bathroom is unlocked. She doesn't take note of you, passing by to ascend the stairs in, statico of thumps and exits the basement. You fidget in your chair, wondering if you did something to upset her. She's not buying it. She returns, trundling clumsily down the stairs. She holds the railing to keep herself steady. In her other hand, she carries a large tote bag, bulging with concealed items. Alright. She calms down a bit and smiles placidly at you. Good morning, Nima. Good morning. Don't forget to call her Mom. Did you sleep well, Mom? No. Disgusting. She's wearing the same clothes from yesterday. She looks disheveled. It's unclear if she slept at all. Are you feeling any pain? Yesterday our conversation ended rather abruptly. Your vitals are stable and you seem to have made a full recovery. Yes, I'm feeling well. Good. She flips up a notebook and makes note of that in her response. How was your sleep? Any interruptions or strange dreams? Lie to her. Nope. She flips her notebook closed and fake smile turns into a real one. You're going to do better today, right? Today it's going to be a little different from yesterday. With me, I have some items. All you need to do is tell me how they make you feel. Can you do that for me? Yes. She places a plus of a shark from the table in front of you. For some reason, it invokes unfamiliar feelings within. Nostalgia, sorrow, and most intriguingly, love. Now, is there anything this reminds you of? Okay. Is there anything this reminds you of? The shark and plush. Happy. James Pond. Happy, James Pond, Nima. I'm gonna say James Pond's... a fish. Catfish? The trip. Yeah, we'll say aquarium. That's the toy Dad got for me at the aquarium. Can we go? Can we get tickets? Yes, let us out of the bowl. That's not really a good time right now. Oh man, promise me we'll go sometime, okay? Just how we used to when Dad was still around. Memories of your father's embrace fill your mind. He's no longer with you, but the plushie still connects the two of you together. Maybe after we're all done here. Does that sound good? Yeah, okay. Mom lets out a melancholic chuckle. It's funny, you used to bring this thing everywhere with you. I remember you never let me take it from you, even to wash it. Your father used to say it was starting to look more like a catfish than a shark. Even considered buying a second one to switch out so we could clean it when you weren't looking. Interesting. Is he dead? Hey, he never did, don't worry. After he passed. Okay, yeah. Interesting. Huh. You were even more inseparable. You wanted to hold on to anything that reminded you of him. You and Mom share a moment of nostalgic science, reminiscing on the warmth of a face that fades more and more into memory every single day. Mom lovingly plants her hand on your cheek. I'm just glad I didn't lose both of you. Okay, Nima, let's move on to something else. He pulls out a chunk of rock with a strange formation entombed on the surface. There's a prismatic glow to the rock, an opalized skeleton frozen in time, and then cracked open like an egg. Mother hesitates, unsure if she should show you this thing. Still, she places it on the table and pushes it towards you. What does this remind you of? No, I need this and life. What did that make? Oh, the Marilla. Can't say Marilla. The fossil? Fossil from work. This is one of the fossils you study for work. You're reminded of all the time your mom spends in the office, toiling away at descriptions and classifications for fossils like these, a job that takes up so much of her time, yet pays so little. You're working with these fossils pretty much all the time. You wrote books about them. You remember this one's name. When you look at this fossil, the only thought that comes to your head is that it looks like a silhouette of a shadowed man. There's something about it that calls to you, as if the shape of the stone is in the perfect shape to fit you. That you have a desire to crawl inside the stone and become entombed within. No. Marilla Splendin. That's alright, it's not important right now. You sigh, she constantly tested you on this useless shit. The small spark of anger unlocks a treasure trove of hidden resentment you held for your mother and her work. How much she offloaded onto you in order to prioritize her research. Kind of a waste of time. Oh, okay. Cool. What was that? You spent the whole summer down here obsessing over things that have been dead for millions of years. You touched a nerve with that. She reacts by balling her fists. A steel veil crosses over her eyes. You spoiled brat. You can play and do nothing all summer. Maybe to you this looks like I'm wasting my time, but all this work I've done is so we can fix our family. Bro, I was worried about me overplaying my hand. I was worried about me overplaying my hand. What is this you're on about? You shouldn't have said that. Why not? It's the truth. Play? You didn't let me go outside. I felt like I was in prison. You had to learn your lesson. What lesson? You really shouldn't have said that. I don't think we should continue talking about this. I want to focus on happy memories today. You are my good and happy daughter, Nima. She speaks as if she's reminding herself who you are. but the tone is clearly suggesting that you've begun to wander off the script she set out for you. What lesson, Mom? Stop asking. Don't get all righteous with me. As if it's my fault that we ended up like this. You're the one who betrayed my trust. You're the one who put this entire experiment into jeopardy. I was ready to forgive you, for us to go back to the way things were, but it seems you're too spiteful to move on. You're not Nima. Nima would never act like this. Nima would never question me like this. That's it. It's time for bed. See, I feel like, interestingly enough, I don't think it was the parasites aspect of Nima right now that... It feels almost more like a symbiosis, I should say. Like, there's a part of Nima that's quiet and usually aggressive, but now that's the voice of reason. It's like, no, holy shit, we are out of line. This is too overt, and the front-facing part is going, no, I'm mad. It's impulsive. Roughly, she picks you up by your arms and hauls you back to your room. She deposits you across the threshold of the door and then quickly closes the door behind you. You hear her voice muttering something about controlled stimuli as she stomps away from the door and begins ascending the stairs out of the basement. You messed up, pushed her buttons too much. She doesn't love you anymore. You banish the errant thought from your mind. After the interrogation today, you want nothing else but the comfort of the bed. You find yourself awake in bed. There are heavy weights on your arms. You try to wiggle, and your arms push against the series of tight ropes that binds you to Bill. I told you, she doesn't like failure. Your mother enters the room, wiping a small steel pick with an antiseptic tissue. You're awake? I didn't use enough anesthesia. You try to scream, but discover your mouth is gagged. That's fine. You won't need it. She leans over you, placing her knee on your stomach to pin you, and gripping your face with a clawed hand. The pick inches closer to your eye. Don't blame yourself. It's my fault, really. Something must have went wrong with the procedure for you to come out like this. She begins to caress your cheek. Her hands are trembling ever so slightly. But that's okay. There's always next time. You feel the blade scrape past your socket and push out onto the nerves of your brain. You feel the blade scrape past your socket and push out onto the nerves of your brain. Your life terminates with a pop as she severs your brain in half. Suddenly it's dark. Severs your brain in half. I wonder if the parasite is only in one half of the brain then. Dark, cold, endless, and utterly serene. Spend an eternity in this darkness until a familiar voice. Nima, is that you? So, I just checked. There's no release date for this game yet. However, it's a really fun game. I'm really interested. I really want to see more of it. I hope you all enjoyed. I know I did, and I'm excited to see what happens next. See you all tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you for your time. If you enjoyed yourself, please like and subscribe.